He got fucking murdered. Yeah, they strung him up. Yeah. Well, he went for it. A genius. A light. He was a spy. He was a sodomite. He shared his bed at uni. Yeah. Christopher Marlowe. Got a ring to it, innit? Prefer him to Shakespeare. Yeah, no money, dress up, get your kit off, go for it, keep it raw, no director, me, a cameraman, and Richard Torry, the wizard. The wizard. The wizard. Maybe you'll learn a little bit more about Marlowe, but not the boring stuff. Marlowe, it's been an absolute pleasure. You've educated me. You've expanded me. My potential is now fluttering around beyond my basement. Thank you, lovely. Thank you, Marlowe. There's always been anti-Semitism. I was talking to a guy from Israel in the synagogue. He said it was a deep, dark, spiritual force. Your character, Barabbas. At least he wants some revenge. I love this character. He's so alive. His eyes are wide open. He's got wisdom. And they're just a bunch of jealous fuckers. The spirit of Israel just shoots through me.
The stars are fortuned in by land and sea, and thus we are on every side enriched. These are the blessings promised to the Jews. And herein was all Abraham's happiness. What more may heaven do for earthly man than thus to pour out plenty in their laps? Reaping the boughs of the earth for them, making the seas their servants, and driving the winds with successful blasts. Who hateth me but for my happiness? Who is honored now but for his wealth? Rather had I, a Jew, be hated thus than pitied in a Christian poverty, for I see no fruits in all their faith, but malice, falsehood, and excessive pride, which methinks fits not their profession. Haply some hapless man have conscience, and for his conscience lives in beggary. They say we are a scattered nation. I cannot tell, but we have scampered up more wealth by far than those that brag of faith. 'Tis Kiryat Jearim, the great Jew of Greece, Obedim Baesif, known as in Portugal, myself in Malta, some in Italy, many in France, and wealthy everyone, wealthier by far than any Christian. I must confess, we come not to be kings, that's not their fault, the lesser numbers few. And crowns come either by succession or urged by force. And nothing violent, oft have I heard tell, can be permanent. Give us a peaceful rule. Make Christians kings that thirst so much for principality. I have no charge, nor many children, but one sole daughter whom I hold as dear as Agamemnon did his Ithacien. And all I have is hers. But who comes here?
Edward. Oh, Edward, where do I start with you? I don't know if you're complicated or not. I can't work out if you're wet or incredibly deep. You love your boys.
Kinky.
You had your main men. Homophobia runs deep. It was such a tragedy for you that you were so ill-fitted to be a king. But hey, you were a queen. It's fun playing you. You're so Pompey. Yeah, I think you're a bit kinky. I definitely think you're a bit kinky, Edward.
Lester, if gentle words might comfort me, thy speeches long ago had eased thy sorrows. For kind and loving hast thou always been. The griefs of private men are soon allayed, but not of kings. The forest deer being struck runs to an herb that closeth up the wounds. But when the imperial lion's flesh is gored, he rends and tears it with his wrawful paw, and highly scorning that the lowly earth should drink his blood, and mounts up to the air. And so it fares with me, whose dauntless mind the ambitious Mortimer would seek to curb, and that unnatural queen, false Isabel, that thus have pent and mewed me in a prison. For such outrageous passions cloy my soul, as with wings of rancour and disdain full often am I soaring up to heaven to plane me to the gods against them both. But when I call to mind I am a king, methinks I should revenge me of the wrongs that Mortimer and Isabel have done. What are kings when regiment is gone, but perfect shadows in a sunshine day? My nobles rule. I bear the name of king, I wear the crown, but am controlled by them, by Mortimer and my unconstant queen, who spots my nuptial bed with infamy, whilst I am lodged within this cave of care, where sorrow at my elbow still attends, to accompany my heart with sad laments, that bleeds within me for this strange exchange. But tell me, must I now resign my crown to make the usurping Mortimer a king?
Faustus. Oh, this is a fucking dark one. There's a line, as much as fame and fortune would be nice, I'm just not willing to sell the soul. Your ambition is off the radar, and that's incredibly juicy. It's a kind of birth in a weird way as well. Yeah. Anyway, my costume didn't turn up. That's why I did it naked. So, that's that. Off to hell we go. Thank God I'm still here. And thank God I'm still in the light, you know? Thank God, yeah. Just thank God. Thank God.
Ah, Faustus. Thou hast but one bear outlived, and thou must be damned perpetually. Stand still, you ever-moving spheres of heaven, the time may cease, a midnight near the come. Fair nature's eye, rise again, and make perpetual day. Or let this hour be but a year, a month, a week, a natural day, that Faustus may repent and save his soul. Olente, curate noctis inquit. The stars move still. Time runs, the clock is struck, the devil will come, and Faustus must be damned. Oh, I'll leap up to my God, who pulls me down. See where Christ's blood streams in the firmament. One drop would save my soul, half a drop. Oh, my Christ, rend not my heart for naming of my cross, yet I will call on him. Oh, spare me, Lucifer. Where is it now? 'Tis God and see where God stretcheth out his arm and bends his awful brows, mountains and hills. Come and follow me and hide me from the heavy wrath of God. then I will headlong run into the earth. Earth, gate? No, it will not harbor me. You stars that reigned among nativity, whose influence of melodic death and hell now draw up fast as like a foggy mist into the entrails of young laboring clouds, that when they vomit forth into the air, my limbs may issue from their smoky mouths, that my soul may but ascend to heaven. Oh, half the hour is past, will all be past, and my God, if thou wilt not have mercy on my soul, yet for Christ's sacred blood have ransomed me, and post some end to my incessant pain. Let Faustus live 1,000 years, 100,000 years, and at last be saved. Oh, no end is limited to damned souls. Why art thou not a creature wanting soul? Oh, why is this immortal that thou hast? Pythagoras' metempsychosis. If that were true, this soul should fly from me and I'd be changed into some brutish beast. All beasts are happy, for when they die, their souls are soon dissolved in elements. But mine must live still to be plagued in hell. Cursed be the parents that engender me. No, Faustus, curse thyself. Curse Lucifer that have deprived thee of the joys of heaven. Oh, it strikes, now body turn to air. Oh, Lucifer will bear thee quick to hell. Oh, soul, be changed into little water drops and fall into the ocean, there be found. My God, look not so fierce on me. Atlas and serpents, let me breathe a while. Ugly hell, gig not, come not, Lucifer, I'll burn my books. I'm a star for grace.
Queen Diana, you're a woman. So I approached it from a different angle. I thought about the times that I've wanted to die because I've been so obsessed. I know it was royalty, but it was like a little bit of rough trade, and I suppose we all like a bit of that. Yes, suicide, heavy, and then the underworld. Hey, I'm not judging you, girl. You had to do what you had to do. You certainly did it with style. And just have this terribly exhausted voice. You're obsessed, but you're passionate, and you're gorgeous, and you're powerful, elemental, majestic.
After this is done, none in the world shall have my love but thou. So leave me now. Let none approach this place. Now, Dido, with these relics burn thyself and make Aeneas famous through the world for perjury and slaughter of a queen. Here lie the sword that in the darksome cave he drew and swore by to be true to me. Thou shalt burn first. Thy crime is worse than his. Here lie the garment which I clothed him in when first he came on shore. Perish thou too, these letters, lines, and perjured papers, all shall burn to cinders in this precious flame. And now, ye gods that guide the starry frame and order of all things at your high dispose, grant thou the traitors land in Italy, they may still be tormented with unrest. And from mine ashes let a conqueror rise that may revenge this treason to a queen, by ploughing up his countries with the sword betwixt this land and that be nether league. Victoria, Victoribus, Victralia, Fluctibus, Undus, Imprecor, Ama,
Amis pugnant, ipsice nepotes, lifosenes, truest dido dies. Sic, juvat, sa,
Tamburlaine. Well, this is a complicated one. The play is epic and it's brutal and it's just constant slaughter and I assume rape. But I had to learn to love you, and you were a shepherd boy and a thief, and you were an absolute cruel bastard that was the ultimate terrorist. It's kind of an awful story really, but it's about the human condition and desires and drives and sex, and how sex and violence are so close. It was about burning bodies in the desert, cock stand. Stuck in my mind that he got an erection from death. I thought I'd give it a twist at it being in the basement. I did enjoy you, yeah.
Villains, these terrors and these tyrannies. If tyranny's wars, justice you repute. I execute, enjoined me from above to scourge the pride of such as heaven abhors. Nor my maid arch-monarch of the world, crowned and invested in by the hand of Jove for deeds of bounty or nobility. But since I exercise a greater name, the scourge of God and terror of the world, I must apply myself to fit those terms in war, in blood, in death, in cruelty, and plague such peasants as resist in me the power of heaven's eternal majesty. Ridimus, to Kelly's, Castanet, ransack the tents and the pavilions of these proud Turks, and take their concubines, make them bury this effeminate brat. But not a common soldier shall defile his manly fingers with so faint a boy. Then bring those Turkish harlots to my tent, and I'll dispose them as it likes me best.
Red hot up the bum. Red hot turmoil in ambition's bed, the court in disarray. Upheaval, annus horribilis, annus horribilis. In ambition's bed, the court in disarray, a nation's upheaval. Annus horribilis, annus horribilis, annus horribilis, annus horribilis. In to decree royal rectum, and honest horribilis, not at all Here it comes of the interregnum up the